Welcome to the It Girl Podcast, where we discuss living life like the It Girl. Our host, Erica Passy, brings on different guests to talk about their perspectives on all things It Girl lifestyle. She covers topics such as wellness, fashion, travel, and current It Girl trends. And now your host, Erica.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the It Girl Podcast. This is a podcast made possible by the alllll podcasting class, and this is where we talk about all things It Girl, anywhere from social media trends to fashion to travel. We've got it all right here. And so basically today we're going to be talking about a little bit about partying, a little bit about drinking, just because it is my 21st birthday weekend. And by the time this podcast comes out, my birthday will have actually been yesterday, but I will definitely be partying all weekend long. And so first we're going to start off with a few of my basic opening questions. And one of them is, who is my favorite It Girl of the moment? And I only found it fitting that I choose kind of like a little party girl. And recently I've been kind of like obsessed with watching Tara's World, her like TikToks, and I know she's a controversial influencer and all, but I just love how she'll go to all these like random places and just get drunk, and she's like so funny, and she just really doesn't care about like if other people are hating on her. She's just so funny and so like happy and, you know, confident. I just love it. But yeah, so let's just get right into it. So it's my 21st birthday weekend. I'm actually so sad because this year I was supposed to be going to Coachella, and I thought like the stars were aligning. Coachella was going to be on my birthday, my 21st birthday weekend, and I thought, you know, there was all the rumors that Frank Ocean was going to be headlining. I thought it was going to be perfect, like the perfect setup for the perfect 21st birthday weekend. Well, unfortunately, Coachella decided to completely bomb the lineup, and yeah, I just couldn't get myself to pay like over $500, $600 for this lineup that I knew like maybe two people off of. I mean, of course, I knew a few more than just two, but like basically I would only be paying for Frank Ocean, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I did consider also just purchasing like a wristband off of someone for the third day when Frank Ocean has his set, but it's just not worth it to me. So what do I have planned instead? Basically, I have a few things planned, and my plans do keep shuffling, especially recently, but essentially on Thursday, which would be yesterday, I am going for bottomless mimosas in the morning. And at night, I am going to Nobu with my boyfriend. And then after that, we're going to the bungalow for a few drinks at night after the Nobu, which I am so excited for. The fits are gonna slay, like, let me just say. And then on Friday, I was supposed to be going to Tao with some of my girlfriends, but unfortunately, our school decided to have spring formal on Friday. So now we're debating, do we go to spring formal, especially since it's going to be my last option, or my last time to be able to go to spring formal, considering that I am a senior and I'm graduating in May. So we might end up going to spring formal. We might go to Tao. If we don't go to Tao on Friday, then I'll just be pushing that date and we'll be going to Tao another time. And then after that, we'll definitely go out for drinks at a bar or something. And then on Saturday, I was supposed to be getting dinner at Craig's in LA, in the Melrose area. Yeah, we're supposed to be going for dinner there and some drinks after on Saturday. But yeah, we're gonna see how all that shifts around. But now I'm going to talk about some of my favorite nightlife scenes and favorite drinks. And so I love going to like bars anywhere I go to travel. I love traveling and getting like cute little cocktails and drinks. That's always my fave. And so when we were in Thailand, I actually discovered my favorite drink of all time probably, and that is a mojito. I love mojitos. And I mean, I love all those like fruity little drinks. Like I love strawberry daiquiris and I love like margaritas and all that kind of stuff, but I also, this is actually probably going to surprise a lot of people, but I love me a good rum and coke. Like I am such a big rum girly, and not a lot of people are. So like a lot of girls are, I feel like love tequila, love vodka, but yeah, I just drank a little bit too much tequila and vodka when I was, a wee bit younger. So yeah, I can't do those anymore. um, but what are some of my dream party scenes? I actually checked off one of them on my bucket list this past year. When we were in Thailand, I have been dreaming of going to the full moon party for like years. And finally, I got to go, and I must say, it was a little bit underwhelming. The people just like didn't really know how to party. I feel like me and my group that I was there with, we were like the life of the party. We were turning up. Like back in Houston when I used to go party and like we went to the club and stuff, yeah, we were the life of the party. Like we were turning it up. But yeah, and I don't know. I just heard that like the party scene in Thailand was supposed to be like so good, but it was like kind of boring in my opinion. Just like how LA life, nightlife is kind of boring, at least like for me. Every time I've gone to like a club or something, it's just like it's not as hype as like you would expect. But I do love partying in Finland. In Finland, the clubs are so fun. They are so fun. And like one time I was literally at a club and I was like asking the bartender to make me a specific drink, and he just literally hands me the bottles of like liquor and let me pour up my own drink, and he gave it to me for free. It was like crazy. I love partying out in Europe. And so that is actually part of my like dream party scenes. I am so excited to go party in like Paris and in Italy and Spain, especially in Barcelona and Madrid. But someday I do want to also go to like Mexico and just like party at an all-inclusive resort, even though that's so basic. But like I just feel like it would be so relaxing and fun. But yeah, I would love to go party in Tokyo because I've seen the party scene there like from videos, and it looks like it's so fun. And so I'd be so excited to be able to do that. Anyways, so now we're just going to transition to talking about drinking culture in the US and transitioning from college, like into college life from high school. And so my question for everyone is there too heavy of a drinking culture for the youth? And honestly, I feel like there is a lot of pressure when you're in high school to drink, because I actually found it super surprising. Maybe it's just like by state or like by region, but at least in Texas, like I feel like there was a huge drinking culture and everyone in high school was already drinking. And so then when I came to college though, here at CalU, I found that a lot of people hadn't ever even drank in high school. Some really like also put it off through college, like they didn't drink through college. And so I found this really interesting how different regions of the US either accept like this like heavy drinking culture and then some really don't, especially when it comes to like youth drinking, which obviously like it's very damaging to young people for them to drink. So I think like it is good that now we are seeing a new transition for the youth population to be drinking less. And I honestly think it's like a really good thing, because in high school sometimes I wish I had maybe just like, I don't know, cherished more time with my friends, like just being like kids essentially, and then coming to college. But also there is part of me that like is glad that when I came into college I hadn't like just then started, because then, that can that could be a little bit tough, coming into college and not really knowing how to handle your liquor. But yeah, I mean, I had fun in high school and I don't really regret any of my decisions. And I don't regret any of my decisions in college either. It was all really fun, and I'm just like so happy that I'm finally 21. And I feel like I was just turning 18, and I I was just turning 18 yesterday, honestly. That's how it feels, because I feel like it's just crazy how the time flew by. I can't believe that it's almost been 3 years since I moved to California, and here I am now. I'm 21. When I was 18, it felt like it was going to be like a million years until I was 21, and here I am. It's just so crazy. I hope that I have the best weekend ever. Of course, plans always shift, they always change, and I'm trying to just like teach myself to breathe and know that like it's okay if they change. It doesn't have to all be perfect. But yeah, so now I'm gonna just talk a little bit about like the social media side of the party girl, the party it girl, essentially. I just wanted to bring up alllll because she is the ultimate party it girl. She parties all the time in Miami, but she also gets flown all around the US and even the world to go party. And I think that can sometimes be like a little bit problematic, because it's kind of like, I don't know, making this whole culture of like you have to be partying every single night. And sometimes it does feel like a lot of pressure on even me. I'm like, oh, should I be like going out tonight? But of course, like, no, you can always stay in. You can always just do like a self-care night. Just remember that, okay? But there are some like little party TikTok videos that I do love seeing. I love seeing like the aesthetic little like dark theme videos of like the luxe party scenes. You know how like they'll edit their videos to be kind of like darker, but it like looks super luxurious. I love those. So there is two different sides to the content. There is some content that's just aesthetically pleasing. There is some content that just makes partying seem really fun. But we also have to always keep in mind that we need to drink responsibly and, you know, take some time off sometimes. We can't be, you know, partying every weekend. But thank you all for coming to listen to this podcast episode. I really appreciate it, especially since it is my 21st birthday podcast episode. This one was really special to me. In future episodes, we're going to be talking a little bit more about like fashion and confidence building, maybe a few more travel episodes. And basically, you can find all of these episodes on my social medias. They are linked in my Instagram bio. In my blog post under the third tab, you can find the It Girl Podcast audios, but you can also go to YouTube, search up It Girl Podcast, and you'll be able to find all the videos for my podcast recordings. And so, yeah, thank you for tuning in today.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of the It Girl Podcast, a production of the CLU podcasting class. We appreciate all of your support and would love it if you would reach out to Erica on all social media platforms. You can find her on Instagram and TikTok at ERIIKA.3. Reach out and let her know what you would like to hear about next, or send in ideas for current trends you would like her to discuss. Thanks again. Look forward to talking to y'all next time.